Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting edition of Comics Should Smell Good. Just breathe in, just inhale, because we have so many awesome new comics. I'm glad to be back with the guys after the holidays. It's my first episode in 2017. I'm sporting the Old Man Logan look because I am Old Man Will. And let's kick it off. Charles Soule, because he's killed so many X-Men, he's made me say a few curse words.
It's true.
Here you go. I'm setting you up. Setting you up.
So, new from Image, we've got Ryan Brown and Charles Soule bringing you curse words number 1. Ryan Brown, of course, is the madman behind God Hates Astronauts. If you saw any of those weird King Tiger things eating a burger, that was him. He created a vast plethora of awesomely strange characters. And this one, he's teaming up with Charles Soule to bring you the story of a wizard in a city who is kind of pulling the wool over everyone's eyes, where, oh, it's a wizard, he's going to do, spells and it's going to be cool. No. Wizards are always bad. Magic is always, always bad.
You never trust the wizard.
You never trust the wizard.
Right.
Ever.
Come on.
Seriously. But yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. I really enjoy Ryan Brown's character designs and just madhouse kind of stylings. There's a lot of koala action going on here, which is always cool. And it'd be interesting to see Charles Soule kind of, he's not really known for being a kind of crazy writer as Ryan Brown's comics are, and we'll see if it kind of tempers it or what happens here. But definitely excited, and definitely looks like a promising release, new number 1 from Image here.
All right. Well, let me start out by saying, Will, it is great to have you back
Thank
here.
you.
I was starting to feel like there wasn't enough age on the other side of the spectrum.
Thank you. Thank you.
Casey's just way too close to my own age.
Thank you.
True.
Now, anyways, my comic here, the first one that I have for you this week, is Black Hammer, the giant-sized annual. This giant black hammer is brought to you by Jeff Lemire and Dean Ormston, as well as a host of amazing artists like Nate Powell, Matt Kint, Dustin Wynn, Ray Fox, Emmy Lennox, and Mike Allred. Everyone loves Mike Allred, or at least everyone with some taste does.
Right, you should.
Yeah. This has been one of the more popular Dark Horse series to come out lately. It's been a very consistent seller. It's got a lot of mystery to it. It went from being a mini-series to an ongoing series because it was just that good. It mixes small town weirdness and paranoia with these forgotten superheroes who don't know exactly how they've gotten where they are, but all they know is that it's not right. It's just not quite right. And this annual features lots of solo stories throughout time with a weird device sort of stringing them all together and different artists working on each one. It's really cool.
Well, since I am the elder statesman of the group, it is appropriate that I do some old school action fun. I'm going to do a double talk here. I'm going to take 2 books in one because it's all about Justice League versus Suicide Squad. Joshua Williams, he's just knocking it out of the park. Batman found out about Task Force X. He confronted him. Suicide Squad actually got the jump on Justice League, but of course, Amanda Waller, even her secrets have secrets. And we learned all about one of my favorite villains, Maxwell Lord. I've always said if Ben Affleck wasn't playing Batman, I kind of wish he would be great as Maxwell Lord, I always thought. But that's past. Maybe it's my own fan fiction. Maybe I can get Ben to be in my fan movie one day. But anyway, back to Justice League Suicide Squad 5. We found out the bigger bad. I don't want to do spoilers, but it's kind of obvious what's kind of happened. Maxwell Lord has kind of tapped into an even bigger bad. So, just when you think you've had the villains, Joshua Williams just keeps bringing on more and more big guns for you. And so, how's it? But also in Justice League 13 is a Justice League tie-in. And if you remember from the previous one, Harley Quinn's actually saying now, and that's kind of bat beat crazy, so she's the last person standing to save Gotham City, so it's a great tie-in. So a great double shot if you're loving Justice League Suicide Squad, if you love classic DC villains, and great interaction. I love Amanda Waller. She's one of the best secret agents characters and all.
She's so badass.
And what they've done to Superman and Harley Quinn stepping up. And then all these other classic villains that were part of Maxwell Lord's kind of his own kind of squad. So let's go into Squad Casey now.
Very cool. I actually just finished reading the first trade, the first 8 issues of the original Suicide Squad, which is some of the finest supervillain comics that I've ever read. John Ostrander, Luke McDonnell, that stuff is phenomenal. My next book, Divinity 3, The Stalinverse, another tie-in here. This is Eric, Son of the Revolution, brought to you by Joe Harris and Cafu. This is supplementing the big Divinity 3rd arc that's been coming out from Valiant, which is just some badass Cold War superhero, super kind of villain stuff. The Red Brigade, as it is known. This features on Eric, which is kind of like the Russian Exo Manowar a bit. So you're getting some cool mech action in here. There's also a backup featuring the origin of Kosti the Deathless, with art by Juan Jose Rip, which is really, really cool. This has been a lot of fun and priming you up for what will soon be the re-release of the one true man in the suit in space, Exo Manowar, which I'm very excited about. So more great stuff from Valiant.
And my second book here for you is the 4th issue of Dead No More, The Clone Conspiracy. We have just found out, well, not just, it was like a whole month ago, so in comic time that was like a year ago. But Ben Reilly is the man underneath the Jackal's mask, the man in the red suit who's been tormenting Spider-Man since his relaunch started. And in this issue, we sort of have Spider-Man dealing with an offer that Ben made him. Bring back Uncle Ben, just work with Ben Reilly and, you know, turn half the population into clones. That's all it'll take.
That's it? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a small deal.
Reasonable, right?
Yeah, it's totally reasonable.
Nah, no. Peter Parker is way too moralistic for that. So we're seeing what happens when he rejects said offer, and also what happens when some of those dead people who've been brought back to life don't really like what the boss man is doing. As always, really beautiful art by Jim Chung. He's
I can't believe he's still doing that book 4 issues in.
Yeah, for real. I think they had to get another inker on this issue, but like even then, it still looks amazing. And this is the second to last issue. I believe there are going to be 5 of those.
My next pick is actually a triple shot. So, Inhumans vs. X-Men, we have all the main books in this week, but this week we also have 3 new tie-in issues. So, as you know what's going on, the Terrigen Mist, which creates new Inhumans but kills mutants, it's reaching a saturation point. So, Beast gave him the warning, but Emma Frost came in. This is kind of a follow-up to Death of X, if you love Death of X, which I did, except for what happened to... Anyway, back to Charles Soule and Jeffrey. But anyway, all new X-Men. I almost lost myself. It's my age getting there. So.
Yeah, right. I saw it. It was the answer was.
I almost had a moment, but anyway. So in all new X-Men, we're going to pick on how does the war happen. It kind of goes to the core. Iceman, young Iceman fell in love with a young Inhuman. How does that work? What does it mean for the team as they move forward? Uncanny Inhumans. So the X-Men kind of like in the first strike, they took out like all the big guns. So who's left? Even Lockjaw. Like they even got more Lockjaw.
Hey, he's like the big gun of the
exactly.
Inhumans, right?
Well, there's the door guy too. But so it comes down to Maximus the Mad. What the heck is he going to do to turn it around? And then in a weird tie-in of all, Deadpool and them works for the money. So most of them are Inhumans. I love the fact that Domino's part of it. But just don't automatically think that they're going to go for the X-Men or the Inhumans. There's always a real strange twist when it comes to Deadpool. So 3 awesome IVX tie-ins, all new this week as well.
Boom, boom. And I have a very, very kind of sad moment. I love this book. I'm very sad to see that it's done. Cage, number 4, by Gennady Tartakovsky. Or Tartakovsky, excuse me. This has been truly and utterly one of the most fun, enjoyable, and bombastic comics to come out in recent memory, especially from Marvel. And this last issue sees Cage trying to escape from the weird Island of Dr. Moreau thing that he got taken to. And we have giant... kind of beaten up Cage with his huge chain belt that's literally like this big, which is really, really awesome. And some serious in-your-face action here, where he even gets knocked out of his own comic book. But this has really, truly been spectacular. We have all 4 issues in. Don't wait for the trade. Get this, laugh your ass off. It is absolutely worth it.
And my next book is another Marvel. This is actually kicking off their newest big crossover before Hydra War eventually gets out.
Hydra's coming back?
Oh, dude, Hydra's been back.
Yeah.
Remember when we had the whole big stink over Captain America
Oh,
being
that's
a
right.
Nazi?
Yeah, that's
Secret
right.
Empire.
Heavy
That's
quotations
right.
there.
Yeah, right?
So we have the first issue of Monsters Unleashed. This is more akin to like the Standoff crossover they did about a year ago than like, a Civil War 2. It's gonna be crossing over with other books, but they'll all be their own one-shot, like .1 issues, stuff like that. Where all the old Atlas era, like Jack Kirby style giant monsters like Googam and like Groot.
Yeah.
Yes, Groot was actually created by Jack Kirby.
Like
He's a big old
98%
giant
of the
monster,
rest of the
yeah.
Marvel Universe.
Yeah. For some strange reason, all these monsters are suddenly touching down on Earth, and it's up to the superheroes to fight them. And they start calling them kaiju because,
Wait,
kaiju are
really?
actually like, yeah, they're totally calling them kaiju.
Wow,
'cause
okay.
Kaiju are big again.
Okay.
People just decided to suddenly call them what they're called. But point is, giant monsters versus your favorite superheroes.
And Steve McNiven on the art for the first issue.
Yeah.
That's
Fin
it?
Fang Foom.
I mean, it's a one-shot.
Oh, it's a one-shot?
It's a one-shot.
I
I
see
think
what
there
you're
might be
saying.
another bookend one-shot
Yeah,
at the end of
I
the
see.
month or 2 months or whatever, but it's going to be mostly crossing over into mini-series and, like, .1 issues, or, sorry, .mu issues in this
Because
case.
Marvel has to be special.
How do you turn letters into decimals?
God,
I still don't
know.
get it.
I don't know. And my final book this week, another new Image #1, The Few, by Sean Lewis, who wrote Saints, which was kind of a cult hit. It kind of started off slow, but ended up picking up. And this is a post-apocalyptic, because, of course, story about a heretic in power known as the Palace, who has been hoarding drinking water, kind of Tank Girl style, and the people, the few, the militia here have finally had enough, and revolution is coming. What really intrigued me about this book is the art. It's got this really kind of scratchy, bleak, atmospheric edge to it, which is cool. Kind of a little bit like Riley Rossimo. Lots of overtones of like yellows and creams, with spots of blood and red, and kind of heavy blacks for the shadows. But there's